Hey everybody, I'm Shauna and welcome back to my channel, Shauna Missy Me HD, a self-improvement channel that strives to inform, encourage, and motivate viewers to start their journey in creating and living their best life. And I'm so excited because this is part 4 of my Girl Boss Diary series. And today we're going to talk about the top 6 habits of a girl boss.
Don't get me started.
But before we get started, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys are the first to be notified of when I post a video. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my previous Girl Boss videos, I'll link them here. There are 3 parts that come before this one: how to become a successful girl boss motivation, and also the top characteristics of a girl boss. Why is it important to talk about the top habits of a girl boss? One thing that I've learned on my journey is that habits pretty much determine how your life turns out. What you do on a day-to-day basis will determine your results that you get in life. So if you have really poor habits, you can expect poor outcomes. If you have really great, efficient habits, then you can expect great and efficient outcomes. So if you want to be a girl boss, then you have to know the daily habits to practice in order to get to the girl boss status. These are tips that you guys can take to start your journey in becoming a girl boss. Or if you're already a boss, just level up, okay? Because there's always a level higher. Even for myself, like I consider myself a boss, but I'm always trying to improve on everything that I do in my life. So I'm bossing up at the same time. So let's just do it together. Tip number 1, girl bosses are extremely self-aware. They identify their problems and then they identify a solution to fix their problems. They don't have any hesitation when it comes to saying, this is not right, I don't like it, I can't fit it, I'm not eating it, whatever it is. They identify their issues and then they fix their issues. So in order to be able to fix your problems, you have to be self-aware. You have to be able to wake up every day, look in the mirror and say, this is not good enough, I gotta do better. And if you can't do that, you're gonna have a hard time actually bossing up and getting to that next level. So make sure you guys are able to dig deep, figure out those things that you don't like, identify your issues, and find a solution. Tip number 2, girl bosses keep a winning attitude. They start the day off knowing they have already won. If you are negative and you feel like you're gonna be defeated that day, you're probably gonna be defeated that day. So you have to wake up with positive energy and a winning attitude and know that it doesn't matter what you do, who you come across, what happens that day, you are going to be productive, successful, and ultimately you're gonna walk away with the W. Excuse my country accent, but you want to wake up with a winning attitude, know in your mind that you have already won and become successful at whatever task you're gonna complete that day. Tip number 3, girl bosses are really good at money management. Okay, and this is an area that I actually struggle in. So when I said I'm actually trying to get better myself, I am. And money management is one of those areas that I'm extremely weak in. So what I've learned is that girl bosses really manage their money because they know how important an investment is. They are very smart and well informed about where they put their money, okay? So we have to become educated and knowledgeable about what's a good investment and what's not a good investment. And just to scratch the surface, return, okay? What do you get back if you put your money or your time into something? So we'll have a whole series on investing and get into stock and investing into your 401k and all that type of stuff. But just to scratch the surface, just to give you an idea, you want to focus on what you get in return. So girl bosses, they know that if they put X, Y, and Z into this basket, this is what they're going to get out of it. And if they put it in the other basket, this is what they're going to get out of it. And if you know those things, you're more empowered to make better decisions with your investments. So learn to manage your money and also save. Okay, this unnecessary spending, trust me, the people that you see that's taking trips seem like every other month or they buying this and buying that, they don't got no money today. They don't own nothing, most likely. They spend it all on things that gives them nothing back, okay? So save your money, learn how to manage your money. I'm right there with you. Tip number 4, girl bosses are always learning. They're always trying to increase their knowledge on whatever it is. So they're either reading something or watching a seminar or listening to a podcast or seeking advice from a mentor. Whatever it is, however you gain your information and your knowledge, make sure you are up to date on whatever it is you are interested in, involved in, whatever your business entails. Make sure you are constantly learning, because the one thing that girl bosses understand is that knowledge is power. That is something no man can take away from you, okay? Once you know something and you've learned something, that becomes an additional power that you have. Girl bosses really, really understand that concept, and they never stop learning. Tip number 5 is who you associate with and your network. Now, the ideal situation is just to have a group of bosses, period, But if you're one of those people like me who really don't associate with a whole lot of other bosses, then you're looking for bosses, okay? Because you want to make sure everything that is talked about in your conversation is beneficial to your life. It's going to help you get better, all right? You want to be able to go to people who can provide resources, who can give you some advice, some encouragement, can help keep you going, somebody that can lace you up and put you on. That is what you want in your circle. So you have to find a network of other bosses. And if you're the first one in your community or your family or your circle or whatever to want to boss up, then maybe you'll just have to be the leader at that time, and you just boss up, and then you show others how to. As you help them, you guys become a greater power together, because what's better than one billionaire? 2, exactly. So find you a network of bosses. And then tip number 6, which is the biggest tip and one of the most important tips, is your daily routine. And this tip is broad, so I'm going to break it down a little bit. But basically, these are things you need to do on a daily basis. Not necessarily to gain something specific, but because routine is so vital to success. And if you're not successful, then what type of boss are you? You're not one. So success is important, and routine is key to success. If you do anything for a very long time, you are going to get results from it. So if you do all the right things for a very long time, you are going to be unstoppable, okay? So these are the daily things that you need to do. So these are the things that you really need to incorporate in your daily routines. Number 1, and you may hear it often, but it's so important, is to wake up early. And what I mean by early, I would say if you have a regular 9 to 5 job, I would say early is like 5 or 6 a.m. Assuming that it'll take you at least an hour and a half to get ready for work, and then also your commute. Now, obviously, everybody's schedule and timeline is a little different than that, but give yourself at least 30 minutes to about 2 hours to prepare for the day. You want to be able to be at a point of maximal function, okay? So that means a good night rest the day before, and then you wake up, you give yourself a chance to get prepared. Some people wake up and pray, they meditate, they read, they exercise, they plan out their day, they go over their schedule, they add to their schedule so that whenever they get to work or whenever it's time to start working, if you work from home, then, when it's time to sit down and start grinding, you know exactly what you need to do because you have already prepared yourself to do it. And then you're more likely to actually get it done because you're prepared. If you're one of those people who wake up at the last minute and your alarm is going off several times, you keep snoozing it, and then you wake up and now you're rushing and you forgot this, you forgot that, and you get there, you got a headache, and you forgot breakfast, and you out of gas. All those type of things are just setting you up to not be successful that day. So make sure you take your time and you actually get prepared. Wake up early. And then also in your daily routine, get used to sticking to a schedule. Whatever you put on your planner or on your calendar, do it. Just do it. That is how you get stuff done, by just doing it. It sounds so funny and simple, but that's the hardest part to actually being successful, is that nobody wants to do what they're supposed to do. Nobody wants to do what it takes. So if you write down things on your checklist and you say, I'm gonna go based off my checklist, then you will more than likely actually complete your task. All right, number 3 is self-care, which is a huge one. You need to make sure you are getting enough rest. Take a break when you need a break, because life is overwhelming and it will drive you to the ground. So when you need a break, take a break regardless, okay? Get rest, as much rest as you can. If you're someone like me and you have a full-time job and you're trying to start a business and you have to study and you have a family and a child, time is precious, okay? And there are nights where I only get about 4 hours of sleep or something like that. But when I have the opportunity to sleep 7 to 8 hours, that's what I'm gonna do, because I know how important rest is. Eating and nutrition, okay? You don't want to eat so bad to where you're uncomfortable all day, super full, or you gotta go to the bathroom all day long. And you don't wanna eat to the point to where you just feel like doing nothing. You just feel like a slug. So make wise decisions. Eat to where it benefits you, not to where it satisfies you. All right, we want to benefit ourselves, not satisfy ourselves. And then also drinking water, staying hydrated, staying pumped and fueled so that you're ready to go. Exercising, make sure you get you some exercise, and not just to be healthy or to be fit, because not everybody has those goals. But what exercise helps you do is relieve stress. It is a natural stress reliever. When you exercise, you release chemicals called endorphins, and they actually make you feel better. They're not gonna take away the soreness. That's not what it's gonna do. It's gonna mentally make you feel better. So start to incorporate exercising in your daily routine. And then also make sure you take time for yourself, ladies. Pamper yourself, go out with friends, hang out with your family, hang out with your distant family, talk to your mom, talk to your sisters, whatever. Make sure you're still able to incorporate social life. It's all about balance, okay? So those are the top 6 habits of girl bosses. I hope this video was helpful. Remember, you have the power to change your life. So own it. You guys have a great day.